Friday, April 3rd, 2020. Here we are again, the climax of our 5-day dalliance with the 7-day diary. Can you feel it? The wonderful wiggle in your hips and the saucy spring in your step. Give in, my friend, swim in the cerebral symphony and let your body wobble. Friday is for dancing, and it is here again. Aren't we lucky?
Ready? Woo! Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the On Tap Podcast.
Oh, it's busy. Stop.
It's good.
Ooh. Yes, welcome. Oh, I wonder if they can hear the bubbles. The delicious bubbles of... Well, who's it from? Where did this come from?
This is from my friend Brad Davison from New Year's Eve. He brought it round to us to say thank you. He actually brought it for me and Anna, but...
Anna can't be here,
and I can't be here, but I want to speak about that today, about a certain something.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Welcome to the On Tap Podcast, episode 5. What's the name of this one? Have we decided? Are we doing
Nose on the Ceiling?
Nose on the Ceiling.
Oh, we meant to... Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter anyway.
Today is a special day, though.
A very special
day. More
day.
than the podcast.
Well, we should explain the pop at the start, the bubblies.
Yeah, so
the fizzy bubbly.
Today would have been our final university ball.
Our graduation ball.
Yeah, largely organised by Anna McEwen, who you heard on the Rem-cast last week, talking with Agata. But unfortunately it can't happen, so... No. Oh, well, it's not happening as it might have been planned.
Yeah, exactly.
But we... In honour of the event, Dec and I sat in black tie, as we would be going.
Absolutely suited and booted. But I used my special shower gel today.
I bought an aftershave.
So did I!
You're the only one that's going to smell it.
I blow dried my hair.
I heard, it looks fantastic.
I don't know, I kind of feel like we are still going to the ball.
Yeah.
So this is the most important thing. There's going to be a virtual ball tonight.
Yeah.
So potentially there's going to be that live segment during the Rem-cast. We'll see what happens.
On the Instagram, probably. I think we'll try and get the episode out and then stick that up.
Well, actually, we need to apologise as well to you, the listeners, for being a day late, because...
Well, I don't know. We may get it out tonight.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, cheers.
Because if we chop it properly, then we can get it out, get it done.
It's just a bit late now, because it should already been out an hour ago.
But it could be out at like 7, potentially.
It was not out at 7.
Right, something very important I want to talk about for a good introduction to the Rem-cast. I feel like we need a name.
Don't know if you heard that, but Dec's belly is rumbling.
Yeah, it was rumbling. Anyway, I think we need a name for the Rem-cast when we're drinking. I want it to be known as like a different kind of pod of Rem-cast.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like it needs a different... What is going on?
I really hope the microphone picks it up, because it's a really nice inquisitive sound that cuts to me.
Yeah! I feel like it needs a different name. Like, obviously, a Rem-cast, but it needs to be something like like instead of like a boozy edition.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. I just feel like it needs it then.
No, because we're not defined by what if we're drinking hot Ribena or if we're drinking champagne.
No,
the quality's still the same.
But that's the normal pod. And we need an explanation of why I'm so excitable today.
Well, it's Friday at 5, isn't it? It does it for you.
Yeah, you're right.
You know? Don't worry. Anyway.
Okay, well, just shut me down like that, for fuck's sake.
We're not defined by alcoholism.
No, Dec, you idiot. Shut up.
On that note, let's move on to Where's Your Head At? Deco. Where's your head at? Dec. Where's your head at? I can't believe it's not butter.
Losing my head. Where's your head at? I'm over here.
Well, welcome back, listeners. I'm sat in my usual position and Dec is nervously shuffling around looking for a non-sticky surface to sit on because...
I found it.
He's found it.
Help! I forgot my help. Help!
Dec, why don't you describe where your head's at today?
Well, Ben, my head is
Your beautifully blow-dried head.
in the lounge. The main city
Lounge? What the fuck was that?
Look, Ben, I've been drinking, and this is exactly why we need a different name for the.
Okay, come on. Keep the pace.
And I am looking at what looks like to be.
He says he's looking at what looks like to be
an organ of the face.
An organ of the face. Is a nose an organ?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Fingers aren't organs, though, are they?
Fingers definitely aren't organs. Because then you'd have an obscene amount of organs. That's 10 extra organs. Anyway, back to the nose on the ceiling.
Yeah, it's.
Could you describe what the nose looks like up there?
It looks like a gelatinous, solid.
It looks like a gelatinous solid.
It's well stuck up there, Ben.
Well stuck up there. How long do you think it's been up there, Deck?
I know how long it's been up there, and
He knows how long.
It's been up there. I knows how long.
It's been up there.
It's been up there
Made a bad pun.
It's been up there for like 2 months.
I think at least a month and a half now. 6 weeks.
2 months, I think.
Anyway, Deck, why don't you come on back and we'll find out where your head was at.
I'm coming!
This champagne is real nice. I feel like it's
Yeah.
classy when I'm drinking them.
Oh, wow, the atmosphere over here is just completely different.
Yeah. Anyway, so Deck, why don't you explain the name of the episode? Is that a nose on your ceiling? Why is there a nose on your ceiling?
Yeah. I mean, I can it's not a nose. Let's put it that way. It's a dick.
It's a
It's a sticky dick.
prosthetic willy.
And
What was the actual name of it? What is
Sticky
it
Dick,
branded
wasn't it?
as? Sticky Willy.
Sticky Willy.
Maybe. Yeah, so this all goes back to a night on the boards that Deck and I had, 2 months ago now? 3 months ago?
It was 2 months ago. It was February time, wasn't it? It was the end of February.
Yeah, I think so. And we were in this bar, and it transpired that the condom machines in the toilets not only sold prophylactics, but they also sold novelty squidgy willies.
Well, no. Well, it started with the sticky boob.
Yes, the sticky breast, which is
Sticky
actually
breast.
currently stuck on the ceiling of Deck's bedroom. And
That's
hasn't-
another episode in that, no.
No, we don't. And the thing is, so we got these things. They're kind of like, what are those toys called that you used to have when you were a kid that were like squidgy and they had like glitter inside and
Well, just like slime. It's
Yeah.
not slime. I remember it was it's like stuff that you'd throw at a window and then it would like crawl down. Basically, that's what it reminds me of. Like it would flip
Well,
round.
basically, we have one of those in the shape of a boob, and we have one in the shape of a willy, which is quite a endearing little
Huge.
member we've got on the ceiling.
What do you mean endearing?
As in, like, it's perfectly formed, it's nice
That's
and shapely.
That's at least 12 inches, right?
No.
Yeah. Look, I mean, comparatively.
Well, it is a long way. It's on the ceiling, so it's hard to say how big it is now. But so Deck and I, once we got these back to our flat, played the game of throwing them on one another's ceiling, and for a while they came down like after about 2 days.
Well, I remember the first time because you ran into I was hungover, obviously stuck to my electric blanket, and you just run into my room and just throw this boob up onto my ceiling, and it gets stuck up there.
Actually, and that one never came down.
And then no, because it did. Well, basically, that was the morning that you and Marco were in my bed.
Yeah.
And the three of us were in there having a whale of a time.
Good old chin wag.
You'd gone into the studio, Marco had gone home, and I went, I'm staying here. And I was asleep for about 6 hours past this point. Maybe a little bit less.
I had a dream we took it down, you know.
And hang on. And I honestly had the fright of my life. Like I absolutely jumped out of my skin as this boob fell off the ceiling and just hit the ground like with a proper thud. I was like, what the fuck was that? And
because they're sticky, they don't bounce. So there's no.
they just literally.
Yeah, it sounds like raw meat hitting the floor.
Well, so
But
we
the
used
willy,
so we used to play the game. No, because we used to throw the willy as hard as we could against the wall, and it would stick against the wall, and it was a really fun game for a while.
Yeah.
And now, well, the boob didn't have any stick. That's the surprising thing about the boob.
Yeah, and
It's
then
been
one
up
day
there
we
for
threw it
so-
too hard, but it's kind of hanging by the nipple.
But you had to throw it on hard.
It looks like it's got like it's so close to falling down, but I'm scared that they've both dried out and they're never going to fall down. So we now have a boob on the ceiling in Deck's room and a willy on the ceiling in the living room / what has now become our home office, and it's directly above your desk. So I'm praying for the day when the willy finally gives up and falls, a
Do you know what,
land on your keyboard.
Even I would love it if that came down during a tutorial. Could you imagine me having to explain to my tutor that, oh, don't worry, it's just a dick?
But yeah, and some people, most people come in and don't even notice it on the ceiling because you don't really look at the ceiling all too much.
We've had a couple of pre-drinks where people have been sat round and then someone goes, Is that a nose on your ceiling?
No, Rose came in and she
No,
was
but
like,
I didn't.
why is there a nose on your ceiling?
Didn't Joe's? Oh no, Baz walked straight in and went, "Why is there a dick? Well, yeah, why is there a cock on your ceiling?" God.
Yeah.
But that's that. Are we
more highbrow content for our listeners there?
Yeah. Do we explain chicken head or do we leave that for another time? Maybe leave that
chicken
for
head's
another
different time.
Different time.
We need to move on.
Friday. I'm a thirsty boy.
Disco.
Go home now.
I'm sorry, sir. I think you've had enough.
It's Friday at 5!
Right. So our very first question, Ben. Now, do I say who sent in the question, or do we just leave it open-ended so then people don't feel under pressure to name themselves?
Read out who it was. I think people should be proud of that question.
Yeah?
I think we've got some good ones coming.
Okay, so first question is from
Come on. Speed.
avid listener of the Rem, Anna McEwen.
Ah, okay.
So Anna McEwen writes, "Dear Mr. Remcasts, first, my congratulations to you both on this creative endeavour. It has utter jokes and far exceeded our expectations.
Oh,
very nice.
Yeah.
My questions for your question and answers are as follows." Q&A. She did Q&A. I've added in everything else. Question number 1. Okay, we'll do this and let's see what you think then. Winter graduation or summer graduation? Discuss with reference to company, weather, and length of wait.
Okay.
Right,
I have no horse in this race because honestly, I don't care. Because so listen,
let's not talk about this one for too long.
Our graduation is cancelled for those of you who don't know. So that means that there's this kind of online vote where you vote for a virtual graduation.
Wow.
Or you vote for a winter graduation this year or a summer graduation the following year. The schools of thought tend to be, if we do it next summer, we have to wait a long time, but we'd have to share it with you.
Fuck explaining this. To be brutally honest, I can't be asked to wait until summer. Secondly, I don't want an online one, and then that leaves one option, which is November.
The cynic in me says that it won't matter what we do.
No, let's be brutally honest.
It's already ruined.
What's the fucking point? We get the degree anyway. What's the point, man?
And we're because we're masters, we've already had a graduation at least once. So I feel really sorry for the undergrads, but then they're going to have another one if they do.
But equally to me, this graduation felt more important to me. Yeah, to me personally. It's a day I'll remember forever. Really, my undergraduate graduation.
I don't think I will. I honestly did not. I enjoy things a lot. But graduation will not be something that I'll remember.
Well, I remember walking up on the stage, picked up my thing, looks at my parents, gave a shot gun fingers and a little wink.
You should clarify what you mean when you say I picked up my thing when I was on got my thing out, gave the gun fingers.
Picked up my degree.
Couldn't give a shit about picking up the scroll. But anyway, we need to get back to the question.
Yeah, sorry, back to the
winter
question.
or summer graduation?
For me, it would be winter. Because I also don't want to take over next year's graduation as well. Because people are saying, oh, we've got friends in that thing, it would be nice for us all to be together. But you've got to think about they'd like to have their own graduation.
Yeah, but I also don't care about that. If you're graduating with the people... If you're doing a bumper year of 2 graduations in 1 year, it doesn't diminish the value of either of them.
True. No. So I'm saying, it's one of those things that I just kind of want to get it done out of the way. And if I can come up here to get it with other people, I'd like to do that. But I don't want to be waiting. What's the point in coming up next summer for another graduation, a whole year later?
Yeah, when your whole life is a year.
Yeah, exactly. And people are assuming that you're going to be having a summer like now. Hopefully by then everyone's going to be in job. People might be abroad and things like that. November, everyone should still be around the UK because... Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. Ben, I would say winter. What would you say?
I honestly don't care. I'll do either. And I think we're going to cut the majority of that segment because it's not interesting for anyone other than Edinburgh students.
Sound.
Next question.
Oh, pardon me. Right, so question number 2 is, What tragic and fantastical circumstances, in brackets, drama or gossip, do you think would have occurred if the Hadrian's Cup and the ball had gone ahead as planned?
Ooh, good question. So, listeners, for those of you who are not in the know, the Hadrian's Cup would have been on the Thursday and the ball on the Friday. So it would have been a 2-day bender, no surrender.
What was it, a double-edged sword?
A double header. What she wants to know, what gossip or drama would have happened had it gone ahead.
She wants us to kind of predict the future.
This is not a gossip column.
No,
what I will say is...
What? Gossip only comes from naughty circumstances.
And we're not naughty boys, Dick. The listeners should know that by now. We're wholesome.
We are wholesome, sweet...
We're sat here around a candle.
We are sweet little cherubs, Ben.
Sweet, good boys. But, well, in answer to Anna's question, though, we're not here to gossip. But we appreciate your time, Hugh, and thanks for writing in.
No, but equally, I'm sure Nigel's calling you. Going to welcome him to the Rem-cast?
Yeah, all right. Hello, Deds. How you doing?
Right, Nige.
Oh my god. What do you two look like?
Deds, you've just called in and we're recording the podcast right now.
Are you?
Yeah, you're on.
I'm on the podcast?
Yeah.
So what do you want me to say for the podcast?
Well, that's up to you, mate. What do you think about the... You can give a verbal description of what me and Deck are dressed like right now for the listeners, maybe.
So, to all the listeners, it would help if I could actually see Ben and Deck to describe.
Well, I've got to hold you close to the microphone.
Yeah? I think that Ben's bow tie is it's a bit orange. It's a bit putrid.
It's £2 from a charity shop, Nigel. It's a deal of the century.
The art of the deal.
Whilst Deck is looking extremely upmarket.
Whoa!
Of lord status.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
That is very high praise.
And with that, I'll check out the podcast and leave you to finish your podcast to your listeners.
Good work, Ded. You know, you've really snuck in here. People usually have to wait for a randomizer to be invited on this podcast, but you've rung at the right time and snuck yourself right to the front of the queue.
I expect to be on your chart, Ben, on the listeners' chart. Yeah.
I don't understand the strange voice you did.
We'll give you credits on the in the description.
Yeah,
I expect credits. Even though I'm looking at the ceiling, listeners, and watching the detailed architraving around the bed's wall, and frankly, whatever is hanging up on the door is letting the tone down considerably.
That's how advanced soundproofing. It stops the echo around the room. We hang towels on the doors.
Okay.
Another industry secret. If you were to sign off with one sentence, what would it be for our listeners?
It would be stay safe, listeners.
All right. Cheers, Dids. Bye-bye. Wow, what a nice intermission that was.
Well, again, a live question on the Q&A. We should have asked him for a question.
Oh, God, you're right. Okay.
Call him back.
No, come on. Next question.
No.
We've got too many to get through. Next
question. From a friend of the podcast, a very close friend of the podcast. I don't know. What is it called?
Come on, speak! Every time I've got to sit here and listen to you trip over your words for 20 minutes at a time.
All right, it's Malcolm. It's Workshop Malcolm. He's here.
Who kindly sent us some beautiful sound bites to be added to the What Have You Made. The eager-eared among you may have sniffed out some of the lunchtime calls or the stop calls or the...
Eager-eared?
Yeah.
What are you talking... It's not that subtle.
I thought you were questioning the set. Oh, what? Yeah, most people will have heard. But for those of you who are wondering who that beautiful Scottish voice is, that is a certain Malcolm Cruikshank, who you can follow at Sunday He Bakes. He makes beautiful bread all the time, it seems.
God.
Anyway, what are his questions?
Right, so, first question. I want to start that he's hashtag Friday at 5 at the start of every question, which I appreciate massively.
Okay.
So the first question is, what's your favourite Loud shirt and why?
That's a great question, Malcolm. Thanks for writing it.
Yeah. We are both absolute... We love our Loud shirts, Ben.
I don't have enough of them. I really love them, but I don't have enough of them. I really love my pineapple shirt.
Well, maybe the other thing is we've both got a banana... What is it?
Banana full...
cohort? Is that what it's called?
Shorts and shirt.
Shorts and shirt, yeah.
And hat for you.
And hat for me. Bucket hat as well.
Yeah. You're wearing one of your favourite Loud shirts right now.
Ah, yes. So this was my birthday present, my 25th birthday present. Each year, or each birthday, the boys get together and make a present for whoever's birthday it is. And mine is a shirt which on the back has a mixture of all of our faces stamped on.
Yeah, at A2. No, A1. 2 A3s is A1.
It's huge. It takes up the
Two
whole
A3s
back.
is A2, yeah.
Yes, I'm wearing it right now. A nice little crest on the front with my face.
Anyway, next question. Thanks. Oh, but I've never seen Malky in a Loud
Oh, 'cause we
shirt.
just see him in work here, don't we?
Maybe he'll send us a photo of him
One
in
day.
a Loud shirt.
One day more.
Malcolm, if you're listening, and I know you are,
Oh, but that was creepy. That was so creepy.
Send us in your favourite Loud shirt. Maybe for next Friday at 5. We can
Yeah,
call
we'll bang it
Malcolm
on the
and see
Insta.
it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
Next question.
Right, next question. Friday at 5. Who has a better name combination, including middle names, Den or Beck? Both magnificent, in my opinion. That's from Malcolm.
So, in theory, does this mean that on the Den one, we use the first half of all of your names?
Yeah, so I think we need to work out what's the best combination. My middle name is Joseph.
Joseph, mine's Edward. So it would be.
Oh my god, here we go.
So for Den, it would be Den.
Den. Joeswood.
Joeswood. Ben Joeswood.
Wagger.
Ben
Wagger.
Joeswood Wagger, which is alright. For the other way around, it would be Beck Edsuf Hagstaff.
Oh, Hagstaff is good.
It's got, just for Hagstaff, it's got to be. Alright, next question.
But either way. No, but hang on, we need to decide on which one's the best one.
I think the one with
Hagstaff.
Hagstaff wins, so it's Beck Edsuf Hagstaff.
Well, I quite like, what was the middle one before? Joeswood. I'd quite like Beck Joeswood Hagstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Beck gives us that kind of Scandinavian feel.
Beck.
Joeswood is kind of mystical, and Hagstaff is not to be
good.
trifled with.
Right,
That's a
yeah.
great question.
On to the next questions.
That question is a tribute to the creativity of Malcolm Cruikshank.
Is indeed. Right, so this is from Bill from New Zealand. He says, "Hi, big fan here. Love the Rem-cast and can't wait for some merch to come out. 2 questions. Well, let's start with question number 1. Whose dad would win in a fight?"
I don't think my dad would carry himself very well in the fight.
Equally, my dad has told me that his fight or flight response is 100% flight.
I think your dad is northern,
He
so
is.
stereotypes would tell us that it'd be stronger in these scenarios.
I think maybe that's what maybe it's the front up, the peacocking at the start.
Yeah, Nige would not win in the peacocking.
How tall's your dad?
6 foot, I think. They're pretty much the same size.
Really? My dad's quite pocket-sized.
Ooh. No, I think they're about the same size. When I stand next to Mark and Nige, they seem similar. Nige exists on a diet of...
Oh, Nigel.
Nige, who we just...
Friend of the
heard from.
podcast.
Nige exists on a diet of full-fat Coke and hula hoops, with the occasional Mars bar and tomato sandwich.
Tomato sandwich?
It's not a Mars bar and tomato sandwich, it's a cheese and tomato sandwich and then a Mars bar afterwards.
Oh, see, my dad's diet consists of... I found out the other week that I was like, "Dad, do you drink any water?" No.
I've never seen my dad drink a glass of water in my entire life.
It was like, and I went, "It's the only time you drink water with a tablet." He was like, "That is exactly what I was
really
just
don't
about to say."
understand this. It must be a
I was like,
generation.
"Well, I went, what do you drink?" He was like, "Tea, coffee." I was like, "What?" Anyway. But
my dad will always do the same thing with tea as well. He'll leave it and just forget about it and piss around on his phone or watch air crash investigations for half an hour until he realises, I'm like, "No, you're not going to drink your tea," and it's stone cold, and then he'll just down it.
rate that.
Every time, so Nigel's favourite place to eat when he's not eating hula hoops is Pizza Express, and we'll always go at any restaurant we're ever in. Nigel will ask, "Can we have a portion of garlic dough sticks, and I'll have a full fat Coke, please?" And he'll do this little thing with his fingers where he kind of
does the full
he
Coke
shows
can,
like what the size of a Coke can is in case this waiter or waitress has forgotten. But I think the conclusion for that question is, I think Mark would win in the fight.
Well, no, hang on. I want to talk about my dad's diet. So he doesn't drink water. However, so when I would go to work every day, my mum So she loved it when I came home because it meant that she could make me a packed lunch again. And you know my mum, you know this story is 100% true.
Jackie Wag.
Okay, so in the
Shout
morning,
out Jackie Wag.
I'd come down and I'd be first to work because I had to commute into London, and I'd pick up my lunchbox and they'd all be lined up one by one. I'd go into work and my friends at work would be so interested in like what's in the lunchbox today.
How old were you when you were given this?
Ben, this was summer just gone.
Going to work with a lunch.
This is summer just gone.
Okay, so what was in it?
Yeah, this is exactly
What,
my
are
point.
you 25 for fuck's sake?
Well, I'm getting a free lunch, and honestly, and also,
Yeah, but what have you got in it? Like-
I've not asked for this free lunch. I'd have my lunch probably throughout the day, and then
What kind of container does it come in? Is it one of these?
So we've got 3 lunch boxes in our house. We've got one of the Tupperwares with the clips around the side. We've got one of the ones that you remember from school. It's like see-through with a blue lid that just like kind of sits on the top.
Yeah, I think so.
And then the second one is like a really small freezer bag, all white with like bright green like zip and yeah. Anyway,
Some nice detailing.
so first of all, the first thing that goes in there is a ice block. You know, like one of the
Yeah, the little blue
yeah
things.
the little
we got
blue
one
things.
in the freezer.
Yeah, so we each get one of them, and this is what's important. Okay, I know for a fact that we have all got exactly the same lunch, and I can joke about it with my work colleagues because it's funny and they enjoy seeing what's in my lunchbox, whereas my dad is like a senior, very senior guy in a. Well, I don't know if that sounds. Anyway, he's a very important guy.
He's a man at the peak of his career.
Yeah, exactly, and he's pushing 60. He's 60 this year. So in the lunchbox, first of all, there's a Baby Bell. Okay, now that's fine. It's cheese, it's easy packable. We've then got a piece of fruit. Might be a banana, a satsuma, an apple. The classics. Then we will get to the sandwich. Okay, that might be after a roast dinner, a chicken and salad. Personal favourite. White bread always in our household because we're not that healthy with things like bread. Then we get onto the fun things, okay? There'll be a mixture between a Twix, Penguin, and the toasted marshmallow cakes.
When you say a mixture, it sounds like she's ground down those 3 ingredients and given you like a cocktail.
It's
of each
2 of
bit.
the 3. It's 2 of the 3.
2 of the 3.
Yeah. Then we start getting a bit fancy, okay? And by fancy, I mean we're moving on to crisps. Now, in my household, we do not eat things like kettle chips and things like that. My mum still thinks that we're about 6, so it'll be a mixture between Skips.
Skips are banging crisp.
No, don't get me wrong, but my dad's 60. Monster Munch. And then there might be every now and then there's a Walker's in there. Now, this is the regular, but it tends to be finished off with something along the lines of a Dairy Dunker and a flake yoghurt.
Delicious.
Now, I've just got the idea...
Actually, no. Dairy Dunkers are foul.
But imagine my dad, sitting in his office with a Dairy Dunker.
That's how you get to the top, man. Don't compromise.
Just imagine if his work colleagues looked into his office and just see him there, playing with the cheese.
Well, based on that, the amount that Mark Wagstaff is putting away on an average lunchtime, that screams to me that he would win in a fight against Nige, because Nige is having a Costa coffee and a Coke, and he's done that. So just by nutrition alone, I think Mark Wagstaff's going to win this.
Anyway, Friday at 5, it's gone on for a long time.
It's gone on
I've got
for
one.
way too long.
Yeah, I've got one final question, and this is an anonymous question. And this
an anonymous question.
This person has requested to be anonymous on this question.
Okay.
This person has requested.
Okay.
And it's, who's better at drinking schnapps halfway up a mountain?
What, me or you?
Yes.
Or Nigel or Mark?
Me or you?
I can't say I've ever done that before, I don't think. Never schnapps.
I'm not good at downing drinks, Ben. I feel
Schnapps is a different kind of drink, though.
Let's put it this way. I think you'd be better at it, but I think I'd enjoy it more.
Yeah, hopefully it'll never come to that.
But I think I'll enjoy the taste and then be worse for wear the next day.
Yeah, good.
My question to Declan: since when did you start saying man? And also, how does it... Sorry, I'm just thrown off by that first one. And also, how does it feel now I've actually listened?
How does it feel now that Anna McManus has actually listened? Must be nice, fulfilling.
I mean, I
That's what this has all been about. So I need to make
Trying to-
something cool to impress my girlfriend.
trying to get a bit of attention every now and then. Well, Anna, I think you'll find I've been saying man for a while.
Can't spell McManus without man.
And anus.
Yes.
And I don't know.
Skip that. I think that was a jibe more than a question.
Was it?
Second question. How does it feel now that she's listened?
Yeah. No, I know I enjoy it. Like she's she actually listens, which is important. It's better than me feeling like I have this dirty little secret. And it. Do you know what? I'm glad that she's listened because I think she's realised it's not that bad.
Cool.
Much. No, I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, leave it at that. Is that it? Is that for...
No, there was a question for you.
Exciting.
And my question to Ben, not really a question. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not really a question, but I feel your pain in those gaps where Declan is speaking. My thoughts and prayers are with you at this difficult time. XOXO.
That's good of her.
Yeah. Right, so what on to next? What have you made?
Yeah, glorious Friday at 5, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, guys. Please, again, send in your questions to the Instagram. Instagram seems to be the favourite port of call, so into the Instagram. And we'll then answer any of them as truthfully as we can.
On to what have you made?
What have you made?
Mind out. Vehicle reversing.
Mind your fingers, love. You don't want to get them caught in there.
But you said I could use the extra large laser.
Where are your safety goggles?
Ben, look.
Oh, wow. What have you made?
Hello.
Agata, how are you doing?
Hey guys. I'm doing
Hi,
good.
Swagata.
Hi.
You're on the On Tap podcast. On What Have You Made?
Woo. I have drawn you guys a caricature of your holiday in Portugal for whenever it comes.
Oh my god.
I've seen it, and I think it's amazing, but Deck has not seen it, so he's about to open it on his laptop and see exactly
Oh,
what it's
yeah?
talking about.
Is this why you were talking about us getting into caricatures the other day?
Yeah, because caricatures were stuck on my mind.
Right, hang on. First of all, Swagata, can we just ask, before I look at it, what was your inspiration behind this What Have You Made?
Put your safety glasses on your face.
Well, since our trip has been postponed for the moment, I thought you guys might want a little bit of fun, and I like drawing, so
That's nice. And did you draw it freehand?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's impressive.
fucking hell.
Deck's just opened
Oh
it.
my god!
It's good, right?
Oh my god!
Can you believe it?
Bloody hell!
I know.
Swagata!
Look how strong you look, Deck.
Oh my god. I've got a pretty big forearm, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Quarantine. No. Swagata, have you done caricatures before?
I've drawn before. I like drawing people.
Says the architecture student.
Right, so to explain to the listeners, this is it's an amazing caricature. This is going straight on the Instagram of me and Ben on a beach. Ben's got a surfboard. I'm in flippers, and
I love it in this photo. You're definitely the bodyboarder. And I'll be given the surfboard kindly.
fuck you. And do you know what? Fuck you both for that.
But it is beautiful, Alex. It is wonderfully done. We're going to print it and stick it on our pinboard.
Yeah, bloody hell! This got to go up in the flat.
Yeah, we're going to need to buy some more. Well, find
Thanks,
some more.
guys.
Swagata, how did you enjoy your What Have You Made?
I really did. It was a good way of doing something quickly and like.
How long did it
The
take you to do
motivation
it? Because there's a lot of detail in it. To be fair.
A few hours, maybe.
Well, it's great, and we're very grateful. Any tips for the next What Have You Made, people?
Do something you enjoy. It's a good excuse to do that.
Hang on.
that is nice.
You enjoy me and Ben? Is that what you're saying?
Nah,
Yeah,
maybe
drawing you guys.
I will take that. I will feel like Rose, and you can be Jack, and we can all be the Titanic.
I'll be the French girl.
All right.
Well, thank you, Agata. Enjoy your
Swagata,
Friday.
hang on, Swagata. More importantly, are you all ready for the ball?
Oh yeah, we're just getting dressed.
You're just, are you not? We're
doing our
suited
hair?
and booted. It's a bit late now.
Need to be there.
Oh no, it's fine.
You should be ready
Plenty
by
of
now.
time.
Pre-drink started a good hour ago.
Oh, yeah, we're a bit late then. It's fine.
Fashionably late.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Magda. Great. What have you
Thank
made?
you so much.
The bar
It's-
gets higher and higher.
It's bloody fantastic.
I'm glad you guys like it.
Oh, it's so good.
All right,
Have a
bye.
lovely Friday.
Thanks,
Bye.
Swagata. Speak to you later.
Bye.
It's good, eh?
Honestly,
I got the message a few days ago, and I saw it unintentionally.
What?
And
The quality of drawing is unbelievable.
good, yeah.
I genuinely think this is better.
If you went to like Rome or like in
No,
Vietnam,
this is
they're charging
better
like
than
50
people
quid.
that I've... So I got a caricature in Paris when I was about, 9, 10. And this looks way more like me than that ever did.
Yeah, because it's less like caricature. It's more actually our face, but with large bodies and surfboards. It's nice.
It's unreal.
It's a keeper. Anyway, without further ado, let's find the next contestant.
Lunchtime!
Are we doing it? Are we randomising
Are we
now?
randomising? 3.
Randomise! 66 to go.
1.
Ooh, 51. Is 51 a prime? No. Is 51 a prime number? I think it is. Is 51 a prime number?
No idea.
I think it might be.
Ben, it's good.
How good?
It's real good.
Oh, 51's not a prime number.
You're going
So
to
who is
love this. You're going to absolutely bloody love this.
Who is it?
It's Sammy.
SK the artist.
It's Football Sammy.
Oh, Football Sammy! Oh, yes! Oh, my Lord. Do you reckon he listens?
I'd bloody hope so.
So listeners, this is a second year who joined our football team and is a really strong component of our football team. Dislocated his elbow, unfortunately, so missed the latter stages of the season. But he's one hell of a character. He once turned up to a football match with no shoes.
No.
Boots, and then cycled home.
So he cycled to the game in his boots and then didn't want to cycle home in them, so cycled home barefoot.
Yeah, and came to the pub.
Came to the pub and then
It was
just
very
stood around in the
bizarre.
pub watching United Liverpool in the pub without any shit. Oh,
Right, I'm
what a
gonna call
guy.
him now. I really, really, really hope he doesn't know what have you made us. I really hope he answers. Sammy!
Sammy!
What's up?
Sammy, you missed our call. Have you been following our podcast at all?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Well, Sam, you'll be happy to
Sticking
hear
it on, doing a bit of work.
you are contestant number 5 on What Have You Made?
Oh, yes. It's him.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw Jack
You saw Jack
made that cake
making
or
his
whatever
cake.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sammy, you have 24 hours.
Well, no, you've got way more than that.
You've got 2 days to make something, anything you might like.
2 days.
And then we're going to call you back up and you can present it to the team.
Well, yeah, we'll call you, 48 hours, basically.
All right, nice.
Do you think you're up to the task?
Yeah, I've got an idea.
Oh, good.
We're both very excited. When you came up on the randomizer, well, I mean, yeah, it sent our knickers in a spin.
Oh, I have to say, lads, I'm not very happy with you.
Why not?
Oh, shit.
I can't believe the page already has more followers than Rem Hoofhouse.
Well, we'll link the Rem Hoofhouse account so that people may...
We have linked the Rem Hoof House.
Yeah, we've linked you. We've tried to bump you, Sammy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we need that that clout.
Well, if your What Have You Made is good enough, maybe you'll catch that clout. For the listeners who don't know, the Rem Hoofhouse account is run by Sammy, and he's scrounging for followers as we speak.
And
so-
it's our football team, as we've mentioned before.
Anyway, Sammy, we're going to leave you.
No, Sammy, just before that.
I've got another call. I've got to go. But good luck, Sammy, and we'll
yeah.
speak to you in a couple of days.
Cheers. Keep up the good work, guys.
Cheers, Sammy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stop!
So that's it. What have you made over and done with? Onto the conclusion, Ben.
Yeah.
So actually, I've got something else I want to talk about.
Right, get it
Good
off.
conclusion.
It feels like you've got a lot to get off your chest.
I've been thinking a lot in the shower, Ben. I was in there for a while.
You are showering for longer than usual at the moment.
I am.
Yeah, something you want to get off your chest.
Yes, I've got something to get off my chest, and I want to talk about this on the Rem-cast. And okay, so today I came under the realisation that Ben and my girlfriend Anna are the same person. Now, this is extremely worrying for me. Now, you're both lovely people, but I mean, the similarities are rife.
Okay, list the similarities between Anna and I.
All right, so
Between me and Anna.
first of all, number one for you both is that you both are besotted with me. That's number one. Secondly,
I won't contest that.
Yeah.
Anna may, but I won't.
secondly, past that, and this is very important, I've never known two people to love Taylor Swift so much in my whole entire life.
Well, the thing is, my love for Taylor Swift, I wouldn't even call it a love. I'd say,
She's ingrained in your soul, Ben.
up until this moment...
you know the name of every
but
song.
I've only
you know
come to that
every song.
realisation very quickly, because with Taylor Swift, I'd always do this thing where I'd listen to her like once every 8 months, and I'd spend 2 days just railing it so hard, go on a Taylor Swift bender, and then it'd be out and suddenly after about like the 46th, 47th hour of listening to her, I'd be like, fuck me, I've had enough of this. This is awful. And I'd stop. And then I wouldn't have to do it for another 8 months. And then, like some kind of heroin addict, I'd come crawling back, strap the belt around my arm, and do it all again.
Okay, in your immediate family, there's 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Yes. Yeah.
Next point. Your older siblings are both doctors.
Yeah, true.
You've both never had a cigarette.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Maybe we are.
I really hope this doesn't change our relationship in the flat deck, that you won't think Anna's not here, but Ben's basically the same.
Well, it would... I can't. I want to make jokes, but I just know that they're not going to go in. Anyway, let's leave it at that. We've rambled on for far too long.
Thank you, Will Bayram.
Episode 5 complete.
Enjoy your Friday.
To the ball!
Easter egg!
Bank account, stink out my house. You're with me every day, and I'm scared I'll know you in tobacco mildew. No, I just can't give you space. And the girl that I like says she hates you, but you're the only girl I've ever been into. So it's you I will hide, it's you I'll disguise with vocals and cologne. And I like how my mom knows when you're stalking my clothes. And I like how I won't ever let go. Oh, how I can't ever let go. I'm stuck in my Marlboro red routine. Oh, kiss me inside of this smoke screen. Stuck in my Marlboro red routine. Oh, we fell in love at 17. My mom says it's embarrassing, but I'm loving my Marlboro medicine. And we both know that she did it once too, back at 16 on Park Avenue. But a girl that I like used to date you, and after that I had to say that we're through. Cause I cannot deny that every day I lie about my true feelings about you. And I'd like to get you out of my life before I marry my wife. And I'm scared that I won't ever let go. Oh, that I can't ever let go. I'm stuck in my Marlboro red routine. love at 17.